Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It is Friday, October 22nd, 2021. I'm so excited to be here this week. Thank you guys. I know I posted on my community page last Thursday evening that I was canceling last Friday's live last minute, so thank you guys so much for understanding. Nothing dramatic, I promise. Just kid stuff that I had to handle, and I was exhausted Friday, so I just thought it was best to go ahead and reschedule that. How is everyone? It is so good to see you guys here. We're actually going to be doing what I planned for last week today, so I hope it works out because I honestly put it in a tray and didn't really think about it again. I've been doing a ton of work for the Handmade Holiday series all this week. I've been a little absent from social just because I have been working on that. Let's see. How is everyone? I love seeing where everybody is coming from. Good morning. Okay. Oh, good. Karen, thanks. You said you were going to add it to your calendar and you did. That's awesome. Okay, well, today we're going to just do a little stenciling, and then we're going to be using a big bold greeting from Fawn, and just doing a few fun things. It's not a super coloring heavy card. Just kind of a little of this and that. I was feeling like doing something maybe a little bit more on the simple side. I know I always say that and it doesn't end up being simple for me. But anyway, that's kind of what we're thinking today. Hello, I love seeing everybody coming in. Oh, good. Florida, Wisconsin, Scotland. That is so awesome. Let's see. I saw Spain a little bit earlier. Tennessee, Kissimmee. Florida. Lots of Florida, it looks like today. That is awesome. Denmark, North Carolina. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. Let's see, couple little notes. I have a new video on my YouTube channel today using New Colorado Craft Company products. It's their Anita Jerem line, but they kind of went with the big bold, which is really, really fun. I did some slimline style cards. It's been out for a few days. I believe the release was Wednesday, and literally it just took me a few days to get my video done. So that is up today. I'm trying to think what else new I've got for you. Not a ton, I don't think, today, as far as like news or noteworthy. Sharon, you're welcome for the help last week with the birdhouses. Yes, I am feeling better. I have been sick. So there's been a lot of things like I had the kid things, and then Ethan and he got a cold, and then I caught it, of course. I mean, I wasn't sick. I was just runny nose sick, which isn't ever fun. But we're both feeling much, much better. Let's see. Oh, Teresa, thank you for joining my Patreon. Yes, I love seeing all the familiar faces here from that. Patreon did go live. I've been working on it for several months. My good friend, Lori Craig, and then my oldest son, Brendan, both encouraged me to start Patreon. And really, Brendan started it first. And he probably started on me about, I would say 4 or 5 months ago. And he's like, Mom, I think you should do Patreon. And I'm like, I don't know. Well, then unrelated, I didn't even tell Lori. She was like, I think you should do Patreon. And so that's kind of how that got started. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. So definitely check that out. I think I added the link down below. I also added the supplies. I hope they're there. I added them right before I went live. If not, I'll add them when we are all done. Okay, I think, let's see. I believe my chat is all caught up. I want to make sure that it is where it needs to be. Oh, is Kelly having to leave? Is that? Someone said she'll be here when you get back. I know, it's crazy. There's always so many things going on. So I appreciate you guys. I also want to give a huge shout out to my replay crew right now. Thank you guys. I know a lot of you guys catch this in replay. I so appreciate it. I actually have a live that's always on at the same time that I am on Fridays that I watch, and I always have to watch the replay too. So I know how that goes. And I appreciate and I love you guys so much. Without further ado, let's make something. I feel like it's been a while since I made stuff. I've done a lot of technical kind of work this week, so I'm ready to jump right in. Paula wants to know if I linked the stencil dryer. I did from I believe 2 weeks ago from the live. I didn't put it in this description, but I can when we're done. But if you're looking for it before then, I think you can find it there. If not, let me know. Come back and let me know here at the end. Oh, Kelly, you missed Scotland. I've never been, so should we plan a trip? Because I want to go really bad. Colleen, I'm not going to spend a ton of time talking about Patreon right now. I will in the future, I guess, if you guys want to. It's kind of just a place where you can support your favorite content creators. And you usually get some added benefits, maybe some exclusive things. My Patreons, I only have 2 tiers. Some people have lots and lots of tiers. It just kind of depends on what you're doing. I'm just starting out. But my community there gets early access to videos, which they're going to get early access tomorrow. So if you're a Patreon member, you just a little heads up, you get your first early access tomorrow, where everyone here on YouTube will get it. It is just, I can't talk. You're just going to get it a little bit later, a few days later or a week later or whatever the case may be. Not for everything. It's just going to be for some things. There's also an exclusive live stream there that won't ever be here. Gosh, I keep bumping things. Won't be on YouTube. That'll be once a month. And there's just a few other little benefits, behind the scenes things, and all that kind of good stuff. It's just a way to support your favorite content creators. It's definitely not necessary. If that's not your jam, I totally get it. And that is perfectly fine. You're still going to get the same amount of content here that I always have provided. Okay. Yes, Marie Frankie once says she's catching live because she usually has to catch the replay because she's busy on Friday. I get that. All right. Bonnie wants to know what I watch on replay. I watch my favorite quilt channel. It's called Fat Quarter Shop. It's where I buy all my quilting fabric. And so I always watch the quilting lives. Or the replay, I guess, of that. I really enjoy it. So I watch that, and I also watch Emily D. Baker. She's a lawyer, content. She just talks about law cases. Those are the 2 I watch the most. She's not on at this time. She'll be on this evening. But those are what I watch the most of as far as live replays, because I usually have to watch all of them in replay. But I do watch some other things here and there. Let's see. Oh, Kelly says she went to Scotland 19 years ago on her honeymoon and can't wait to go back. Oh, yeah. I have never been, and it's totally my bucket list where I want to go the most. Let's see. Well, maybe we just need to all kind of come and have, get a tour. Let's see. Oh no, Leanne, prayers for your dad. I'm thinking about him, thinking about you. Thank you for letting us know. Okay, guys, let's make something. We're about 10 minutes in, so we probably better get moving today, since I know everyone has lots of things they want to do. Let me flip my camera around. Oh yeah, Odin has his squeaky toy. I'm really sorry about that. I didn't even notice it. Anymore. Sometimes I don't even notice that he's being super annoying. So I'm so sorry. I'd take it away from him, but I think he'll tire himself out here pretty quick. He's been going strong. He and I went for a walk this morning. I'm just going to trim down my cardstock here real quick. I forgot to do that. I think I used what I had trimmed down for something else. That's probably what happened there. The problem with waiting a week to do this card is I stole from this tray of stuff. Oh, and I do want to tell you guys, okay, so it won't be today because the easiest way for me to do giveaways generally is through my blog. I have an extra of this Berries and Leaves stencil from Simon Says Stamp, which is what we're going to use today. In fact, here's mine. It's probably stained. So when I post this project on my blog, I'm going to give this away. So there will be a giveaway on my blog tomorrow. So definitely check that out if you'd like this stencil. But I have this extra and I thought you guys might like to get this. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. So that will be on my blog tomorrow. We are going to be using the Simon Says Stamp Berries and Leaves stencil. And I'll kind of show you my plan. We're going to be stenciling on this Lawn Fawn Fog Gray cardstock. You guys know how much I love stenciling on a color. So we're going to be creating this kind of leafy border around here. And then I thought the Lawn Fawn Giant Holiday Messages would be really pretty there in the center. So that is kind of my plan with that. But I thought over the background, I'm sure this is not going to surprise anyone who follows me regularly. I think we will stamp over it with a little text Christmas. This is the My Favorite Things Christmas. I use it all the time. So this is not new or anything like that. But I think we will stamp over the stenciling. I used this with my November card kit video on my channel. I used this stencil already, and we're just going to do something a little different today. So we're going to use the Giant Holiday Messages, and then this is the Garland dies from Lawn Fawn, and I've already kind of pre-die cut some stuff, but I thought we just add even more to the holiday feel and flair with these die cut pieces. And I think we're going to add maybe a little shading with markers and stuff to them. My plan, let's hope that this looks as good as it does in my head. I did do a little practice run, so I think it'll be okay. I think we're going to stamp this on black, and then we're going to emboss in white. And I'm going to try to color over it with colored pencils. If you do a white base with pencil, just for the outline. So like the word we and Mary and the little leaves. So we're going to do a little bit of coloring, but not a ton. I think we're going to start building our background first. So I'm going to move this stuff to the side. And we're just mixing and matching today. Today, I've kind of turned, I guess, our Fridays into, not always, but a lot of times into let's mix and match and see what we can come up with. Kind of playtime, if you will. All right, what I love and what we're going to do today is I'm going to use dye inks. When I did my other card, I'm actually, hold on while I fix my camera. It's driving me crazy. Whoa, sorry guys. When I did my other card with this, I stenciled on white. I used Distress Oxide inks. We're going to use dye today. I am going to use a couple of shades of green. Hello, looks like we have some more people coming in. Yay! Yes, and definitely, if you are here, please give me a thumbs up. I did forget to mention, real quick, if this is your first time here, drop me a 1 in the chat and let me know. I love seeing who is here for the first time. I noticed at the beginning of the chat, we had some first-time live members, or commenters, I guess I should say. Give a thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. I so appreciate it. Let's start with our light green. We're going to use JELLYBEAN dye ink. And for this stencil, I think the small blending brushes work really good. I'm using the Waffle Flower stencil mat. Mine is already stained because I've used it so much. I love it. So I kind of like to load up my brush a little bit and I tap it off either on my glass mat or this mat. They'll clean. And I'm just going to start stenciling. I'm not going to worry about avoiding the berries, but I am going to be doing exactly what I did in my other video. And that is This is a little detail blending brush from Altenew. I forgot to link this. I need to link this when we're done. But it is amazing for getting into those small spaces. So it's even smaller than a blending brush. But let's go through and just add in a nice light kind of inking of this Jelly Bean ink. Oh, first time for Vicky. Oh, from Istanbul and first live. That is amazing. Hello and welcome. Oh, thank you so much. Is it Christiana? I hope I said that right. That's how it's spelled, but I probably said it wrong. Said she watched my Anita Jerem video this morning and loves the backgrounds. Thank you. I had so much fun creating those. Oh, Brooklyn, New York. Awesome. Monkey head bonkers. Don't get ink on your gorgeous sleeves. I will definitely try. So I almost don't want to say this because as soon as I do, I'll probably get ink on myself. I hardly ever get ink on my clothes. I mean, my hands always look atrocious, but I usually don't get ink on my clothes by some miracle. St. George, Utah. From Holly. Hello, everyone. I love seeing where everybody is coming from. So tell me while I'm doing my little stenciling here, does everyone have some fun weekend plans, or are you going to get to craft? What is going on this weekend? I would love to hear. Oh, Holly says that she always watches on replay, but she gets to catch a live. That is awesome. Erica from California is here. That is awesome. Love seeing where everybody is from. Okay, I am going to switch now to green leaf. I find I like to do the green first because, yes, some of it kind of does get into where the berries are going to go. But red, you know red will cover up pretty much anything, so we're going to see if it works as good with dye inks as it did with the Distress Oxides. I am not going to cover the whole leaves this time, just kind of spotty, do a little bit so that I get more of a two-tone effect for the greenery. Oh, Sandy says they're getting some rain. I would like some rain. And the temperatures have finally started cooling off. I mean, enough that like I'm having to wear a stocking cap and vest when I walk Odin in the mornings, which I love. But it's still warming up quite a bit in the afternoon here. How about you guys, weather-wise? Oh, fun. Brunch with friends and babies Saturday for Marie Frankie 1 and family time Sunday at her parents'. That's awesome. Let's see. Play. Oh, it went by too fast. Play today for Terry. That's awesome. Kelly's husband is going hunting, so she's single parenting it. Yes, that's always a little bit of work. Let's see. Erica's going to do lots of crafting this weekend. Elizabeth is sewing this weekend. Oh, that's fun. Her brother asked her to make their 2-year-old grandson an orange vest for when they are walking in the woods. Oh, that's cute. I'm going to try to do some sewing this weekend. I did not get any done last weekend, and I usually try to on the weekends. Krishana. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for telling me. Oh, you tried that Altenew small brush and loved it. It is, okay, I can't believe I haven't seen more about it. Or maybe I've just missed it. I love it. They sent this to me, and it really, well, I think it comes in a little set. I have several of them. And it sat in a drawer forever. And then I'm like, why am I not trying this? And I love it. I need to remember to link these when I'm done. Krishana, that's so pretty. I love it. Still hot in Spain. I must have missed. Erica, happy anniversary. Watching football, Susie says. Oh, Zara says husband's 50th birthday. How fun. Lots of husbands hunting. Halloween. I just kind of picked up the Halloween goodies we're going to hand out. Okay, so this is my favorite red. In case you guys haven't seen me talk about this before, I love Lawn Fawn Lobster. It's my very, very favorite. And the great thing about this detail brush is you can seriously just do the detail. So I don't have to worry about getting red. Like if I was using my red blending brush, see how it would kind of totally get into those green spots? That is why I love this thing. If you don't have one, you could probably always try, I haven't tried this, so I probably shouldn't recommend it, but like a Q-tip maybe even, if you just wanted to get a little ink just in a certain spot. So where I'm covering up where maybe some green got on those berries, it's probably going to be a little bit darker, but I don't mind that. And we're just going to go around and cover all of these little berries. I maybe should have used some pixie spray. This stencil mat from Waffle Flower definitely holds things pretty well. And I'm going to stencil these and then I'll check out the chat here. I also tried to pick a project where maybe I could be a little more interactive today. Raining in the Netherlands, cleaning RVs, 4 of them. Oh my goodness, that is a huge undertaking. Yes, lots of fun things. Rain means craft day. I always think so too. Stenciling has been given a second life, Holly. I love that. Okay, so there's kind of our background. I'm liking it. I even like that some of the areas are a little lighter. I think that might be a little too light, which the best thing about stencils, in my opinion, you can line them right back up. Let's just add, I'm not even going to re-ink this, I don't think. Let's just kind of gently add a little more green. And maybe down here too. I think this was the other area that I thought was kind of a little lighter than everything else. Yes, how about that? Okay, so I think this stencil, probably most stencils, to be real honest, don't look very impressive, but then you do something like this, and I think the background is just so, so pretty. All right, let's move that stencil out of the way so we don't make a mess. I'm also going to shut my red ink, and I'm going to move those out of the way real quick. And I'm also going to move this, and I'm just going to take, I probably could move, maybe I'll just move this out of the way. I'm going to move my stencil mat and I'll just clean it later. I generally just use like a little dish soap to wash mine. And I love that it sticks to glass surface so it doesn't move around. All right. Okay, we've got that out of the way. So now we have our Holly and Berries background, and I'm going to add a little text over it. Kelly says she has the other Altenew brushes and has been debating the detail brushes. I can't believe that I've literally had them for months and months, and I've just started using them. They are really awesome. Oh, good. Little Lane Crafts with Rachel says she cannot wait for her stencil to arrive. Yes. I really probably need to get a new piece of paper here in my Misty, but I use them for a while. So I'm just going to stick that in there, and then we're using the My Favorite Things Christmas text. Oops, you know what I forgot? Let's move that foam out of there. And then I'm probably going to have to rearrange everything. Yeah, I don't even know that this is sticky anymore. I still haven't got one of those sticky mats that you guys we talked about forever. I think September was such a blur. Did we even talk about that in September, or was it August? I really still need to get one. Okay, we're just going to put our Christmas background in here. Oh, Ingrid, thank you. She says she loves my techniques and you make it look so easy to do. That's always my goal, so thank you so much. Linda says it's cool in Minnesota, but mild compared to what it usually is. My favorite white pigment ink is Unicorn from Hero Art. Thank you to Libby, who sent me a new ink pad. She actually sent it for our winter holiday stamp along, but that's so good because my other one was not in good shape. So love this ink so, so much. Yeah, Carrie says she has the small Altenew brushes and haven't tried it yet. I am so surprised. They're awesome. I didn't even think about how great it would be for stenciling, so I'm excited to use them more. Thank you, Liz. And Liz, just want to give a huge shout out. You're going to see later. Thank you. Not only did she supply the 2019 Gina K stamp set for my giveaway, which all the winners were posted this week, but she sent me the most darling crocheted hearts. I don't have them here. They're in my other room, or I would show you guys right now, but I have a video that I'm going to be posting from just some stuff people have sent me. Thank you so much, Liz. I love, love, love them. You guys know I love my hearts. Okay, so I know it's such a small thing, but I love how text looks over stenciling. And then on that light fog gray cardstock, it's just so pretty. So it just adds another layer over our background. Donna, no need to apologize for being late. We are come and go and so relaxed here. I'm just loving that so many of you are here hanging out with us today. Christy says, if you could only have Distress ink or Distress oxide, which would you choose? Oh, that's so hard. For a very long time, I probably would have said Distress, but I probably will say Distress Oxide. You know what, guys? Should we do a little poll? That might be fun. Let me add that really quick. I'm just curious what everybody would pick. Let me see. I'll tell you why I pick mine here in just a second too. Let me add this. Oh, I can't type at all today. All right. There is the poll. It's probably up the top of the chat. Distress Oxide for me, I think is just, it blends, I hate to say easier, but I would say it probably blends a little easier. And then the oxidation effect, it's a little more chalky. Is that the right term? But yeah, lots of you saying oxide. Okay, I hope everyone votes and I'll kind of close it out at the end. But I love that. Love arts and craft polls, Holly says. That's so fun. I think it's more versatile too, Christine. Myra says, is everyone done making Halloween cards? I am going to have one more. I totally did not get it up in time. 2, if I can get the other one done. We will see. I will have one more next week. Yeah, Karen, I go back and forth. I've been using my oxides so much lately, but I would say that I probably, I'll go back and forth with techniques where I just use Distress, and then I'll go and I'll use oxide. But I've been on an oxide kick, so that's probably why I say that. But I do think there may be a little bit more, maybe a little more user-friendly. They're both wonderful inks. You can't go wrong. How about that? I'm going to prep my black cardstock since we're stamping such a big image with a powder tool. Oh, good! Christine says she just got her Brutus Monroe apple stamp, so that is awesome. Yeah, Messy Missy Creates has a fantastic point. She loves her oxides, but she loves to watercolor with distress. That is what I like to do too, so that's a great point. Sandy wants to finish her Halloween cards today. Yes, and Krishana says that she only has oxides, but she likes the brightness of distress. That is probably the determining factor when I pick which one. Oxides have more of that chalky type of lighter feel, and oxides will stay a little brighter. Rebecca says oxide inks remind her of the old chalk ink pads she used when she first started stamping, and she loves them. That is a good point. I'm using the Hero Arts Embossing and Watermark ink, and I'm not really using this whole panel. I probably wouldn't have had to stamp it right in the middle, but I did. That's okay. And then we're going to get a little... Liz says she's so glad we have them both. Me too. I love that there's lots of options, and then you really can kind of pick and choose what you enjoy the most, or maybe you like it all. I think we're really, really lucky to have so many fantastic options. All right. I am going to fix something because I don't really want to restamp this. I don't do this very often, but I can see I didn't get a very good impression right there. I'm just taking a Versa marker and adding a little bit of watermark ink. Hopefully that will fill in that little area. Yes. All right, it's going to get real loud here for a second when I heat this. Oh, Donna, thank you. That means the world to me. I really, really appreciate that. Messy Missy Create says basically we need both inks. Yes. Okay, I better pay attention to what I'm doing. I was going to read comments, but I could burn myself real easy. Or scorch the paper. That's even though it's black. All right. I'm going to just, while it's still warm, it was buckling a little bit. It's still buckled a little bit, but that's all right. Okay. Let's go ahead and move this away. And again, this is the giant holiday messages from Lawn Fawn. This is part of their holiday release from this year. And then I just have this dry rag. I know it's stained. It's clean though. And this is cooled enough. I'm just going to take this microfiber cloth and buff away any of my powder. Oh, Donna, the holiday tags are coming. I am in a tag mood this year, so yes, we're going to have lots more tags. And Kelly, you're right. Having options is not a bad thing at all. Liz says she needs this stamp set. It is really, really pretty, and I have seen so many great ideas with it. I'm made a mess with embossing powder because I'm live, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe I just don't notice it when I'm doing it here. All right, so we're going to try to color this in with colored pencils. I'm using POLYCHROMOS. I have another white pencil. Let's not use that little stub thing. At least I thought I did. Watch, I probably don't. Oh my goodness. Okay, never mind. We're going to use this since I don't know where I put it. I know I have one, I just don't know where it is. There's also a small version of of these that's more like circle that I think would be, well, it makes great tags, I'll just tell you. Oh, Myra says she's making 2 more Halloween cards today and she's done. I love to have a super sharp tip, especially because we're not coloring a ton. Now, if you want to color over dark cardstock, first of all, this little stub pencil, totally wish I could find my bigger ones because it's not my favorite to color with, but we're going to use that and do a little base of white. And I am using a sharp tip so that I can kind of stay within the lines so I don't color over my white embossing, even though this is a white pencil. Going to be more important when we use like red and green. But I want to use a pretty, I don't want to say heavy hand, but pretty firm pressure, I guess, and get nice coverage. So let's just go ahead and do these 2 letters first. Oh, a pencil extender. Linda, tell me more. I didn't even, oh my gosh, did I break that? Yep. What is that? Cindy says she has the small ones. Do you mean the small Lawn Fawn stamps? Oh, Valerie from the UK is here. Welcome. She just got home from work. I love that. Lynn, Nicole. Oh, Lynn, I don't have the handmade holiday videos up yet. That was just my trailer. That was just like that coming soon. And yes, you're going to get some of that next week. Okay, over the white pencil then, we're going to go ahead and color with our red. And I'm not going to go all the way up, I don't think. Hello, Kimberly. She loves Lawn Fawn stamp products. Oh, thank you so much. She says she's a longtime fan. I so appreciate that. And yes, I totally recognize your name. I love seeing everyone who's been here for a while and all the new faces as well. Okay, I'm only going part of the way up, and I will tell you, it's because I tried this off camera before, like last week or something. I thought it looked kind of cute when the top stayed white and kind of created an ombre into the red. So I'm just going to gently go back over the white and kind of blend that down into the red. Oh, I like that. That looks kind of cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the E. And remember, careful, careful, because it will get over the embossing. Now, if you want to stamp this on a different color of cardstock, you could. I think POLYCHROMOS look amazing, like on craft too. So lots of choices there. Or of course, you can always stamp on white or off-white, or even like the fog gray background and color with Copics. I'm going to take some green pencils. I will list out the exact colors. I forgot to do that before the video today. So in the description on YouTube, I will add that. And over the leaves, I did color them in white first, but then I'm just going to go back over them with 2 shades of green. That one's not going to be as impressive as these just because it was little. I'm not going to color these guys in. I have a different plan for those little open circles. Oh, the Ink and Garden Spot. She's off work today, so she's finally catching a Friday morning live. That's awesome. Oh, Linda, that's so good to know about the little stubby pencil thing. I will look at that. Thank you so much for letting me know. Janet, thank you so much for that. And I also will say, on that trailer video I made just to kind of announce the Handmade Holiday series for this year, down below I have a link to, and I worked on this week. It was kind of part of that computer work I had to do. I made a playlist here on YouTube of every handmade holiday video I've ever done. So it's all in one place. It was really kind of fun to look back at some of those I did years and years ago. I know I had a comment or two regarding like the Carrie Bradford ones when I used to use my silhouette all the time. Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. So it was really fun to revisit some of those, and there is a whole playlist of past videos and things like that. So I know it's super light, but hopefully in real life you can see the color on it. I hope you can see it on camera. But I like the effect. Let's go ahead and do Mary. So has anyone tried coloring with their colored pencils on a dark colored cardstock? I would love to know. I really wanted to do something different today rather than markers. I know I do my either Zigs or Copics quite a bit. Every time I use my colored pencils, I remember how much I love them. They were kind of my first love. Oh, CC Main says she saw my fall outside decor on Instagram and loved it. Thank you. I need to get my inside pictures up. I'm hoping to do that. Maybe Sunday, I think. Let's see. Pencil extender. Okay, that's so good to know. Thank you for letting me know that. I'm going to definitely go check that out when we are done here today. Oh, Candy, thank you so much. I did enjoy scrapbooking so much, and there are times I miss it because I really don't do much anymore. There are a few reasons, but I just probably wouldn't share much even if I scrapbooked more, because my children just prefer not to have their faces all over the internet, and I don't blame them. That it's kind of a different landscape, I guess, than when I started. Cindy says she hasn't tried, but she will in the future. I am coloring the white first, Bonnie, so the colors will show. So yes, I color with white first because it gives a great base. And I will tell you, other than when I color on white, I always do this. So if I'm coloring even on like this light gray, I would probably put a little white down first. I just wouldn't use quite as heavy a hand. I love polychromos on craft cardstock. I would definitely put white down first for that. I did a Santa card. It's probably been, gosh, 3 or 4 years ago now, that I loved, and I colored it with colored pencils on craft. And I did a white base for all of that. Sandy says her favorite is scrapbooking. Oh, that's so fun. I just watched a scrapbooking reel. I want to say it was yesterday. Someone was using Pink Fresh product, and it was seriously such a cool scrapbook layout. I really, really loved it. So it's probably on the Pink Fresh Instagram. Maybe check that out because I thought it was so cool. It was a really cool page. I don't know who made it. I forgot to look to see who made it. Yes, pencils glow on dark cardstock. Maureen, that is a great way to describe it. So like I said, this is not a coloring heavy card at all today, but I thought this sentiment would benefit from a little something. Oh, good. Rebecca says she's tried this like on dark blue and dark green cardstock. The Hero Arts Autumn Bounty stamp set on blue. Yes, I completely kind of forgot that. That is awesome. I did a card, I want to say in 2019. It was a stamp timber card. I think it was, oh man, I want to say Clearly Besotted, but I might be wrong about that, where I colored on a dark navy cardstock. I believe it was Lawn Fawn Blue Jay maybe? But it really looked cool with colored pencils on that. Okay, one last thing I think I'm going to do. And my friends are, I have my, I'm sorry about the beeping. I shut it off on my phone, but my text chat, I guess, is on my computer and it's open. I'm going to try to shut that here in a minute. But Shari and Letitia and Lori are blowing up my chat, or my text. And I'm just doing a little white outline on that banner. Ooh, pretty. I'm not going to color the whole thing in. Okay, this has a coordinating die somewhere. Where do you suppose I put it? Here we go. So, I haven't even cut it apart yet. Those are some long tabs. Let's put this somewhere safe so I don't jam myself. So really pretty oval. I'm going to go ahead and tape that. Laura says she bet it was Annette's layout for Pink Fresh. You know what? I bet you're right. Oh, thank you, Christine. She says she just noticed my nails. I got some spooky nails. My nail girl is so awesome. I kind of just tell her what I like. I had inspiration of black nails with purple glitter tips, and then she said, do you want to do one nail different? And I said, yes. So she drew on the webs, and then she surprised me. These spiders actually glow in the dark. They're like a little sticker that she stuck on there. So she does an amazing job. I'm going to die cut my little label here. And we are doing so good on time today. And I thought this would be really pretty in the middle of that, and I do like that. Now, I want to figure out how I want to use the Lawn Fawn garland. Good morning, Carissa. Hello. Let's see. Don't step on that one, Cindy said. Yeah. We have had so many spiders lately. I do not love that. So I just want to figure out how I want to do this, if I want to do it at the top and the bottom. I actually die cut this multiple times so that they'll match. Do we like it like... Yeah, I think I like it like that. All right, before I get too excited about attaching any greenery, I got some bows here. So this is also, I'll show you that die set. This is the Lawn Fawn garland, new this year, which I love that it really coordinates so nicely with like their little mini wreath and stuff for the door. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Oh, Judy says Gina K has an awesome video on colored pencils on a black background. Oh, that is fun. I'll have to go check that out. Oh, Linda, thank you. She says you were my favorite scrapbooker she watched when my kids were just little nuggets. Yes. Gosh, it feels like forever ago. So for my bow, I do think, hold on, before I put it together, I am going to add a little shading, I think, to this. Not a ton. And I am going to use, I probably could use pencils. Should I try? Let's just try. Is it going to show up? Nah. I'm going to use my Copic markers. I like them better for this. And I'm just going to kind of come out from that center to give my bow a little texture. And that was R59. And then I have R46. And I'm just going to pull that a little further out, right over that darker color. Not doing like a lot of blending, it's just kind of giving my bow a little bit of texture from that center. And then I'm going to grab some liquid glue. I am going to wrap that little tail around. I'm going to grab my tweezers here. And just to kind of complete the bow, and it gives it that great little effect that it's tied up. I like to wrap it around first and then we're going to secure it. And then we've got the bow tail. We'll add a little texture to that as well. So I'm going to just take a little dab of glue, and this is my favorite thing to do when dealing with tiny die cuts. These are some like little reverse tweezers, meaning they stay shut. You have to squeeze them to open them. So I use it kind of like a clamp, and we're going to just clamp that right there in the center. Maybe. It's sort of lined up. And I'm going to just let that sit there, and let's go ahead and add some shading. Oh no, Messy Missy Creates, I am so sorry. Diane, which sticky mat? Do you mean the stencil mat that I was using before when I was stenciling? It's not really sticky per se, if that's what you're talking about. Let me know if that's what you meant. If you mean what do you use in the Misty, I believe that they're like, you guys are going to have to remind me. I lost my little list, or link rather. Yes. Take care, Messy Missy Creates. And I hope that that gets better really, really soon. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little glue here, and we're going to clamp this together. So we're just building our little bow. These tweezers I'm using, I think, are from Honeybee. They are from Honeybee Stamps. And my friend Jen Timko gave them to me when I saw her here a while back. Oh, isn't that fun? So I'm going to do like little bows. I think we're going to do them at the top and the bottom. All right. While that is drying for a second, let me grab some other markers. Maybe. They're all sticking. And let's add some shading to the greenery. I feel like it just needs a little something. And I've got some other pieces. I want my garlands to match, so one moment. And this cardstock is cilantro, and then the dark is noble fir. Let's just pop out some of these. Nancy, I do not do my nails. I have someone else do them. I actually love painting my own nails, but what I don't love is that they chip instantly and that I'm constantly doing nails. And so for me, with doing this many videos, I felt like all I ever was doing was painting my own nails. And I just don't really enjoy doing it that often. While I like doing it, I do not like doing it that often. So I have them done. Now we're just going to go and add a little shading to our die cut garlands. I'm using YG17 for the cilantro lighter green cardstock. The one for the stencils, Diane, yes, it's a waffle flower stencil mat. And I used the regular size one, but there's also a mini one. I'm pretty sure I forgot to add it to my supply list. So I will be adding that and the Altenew mini blending brushes when we're all done. But if you want to look for it now, it's the Waffle Flower Stencil Mat, and it is so great. In fact, I really don't know how I stenciled without it before. I hardly have to tape anything down. The only thing I still do, because I really haven't taped much down since I got those. But if it's a really delicate stencil, I will use Pixie spray on the back of the stencil. Okay, so just a little bit of shading. And here's kind of, you can see the difference between the shaded and the not shaded garland. So I think what we're going to do, I'm going to have it kind of follow the natural shape of our oval. And I think we're going to pop that up with foam adhesive. So let's do the dark one. Oh, Myra, I'm so glad that he's doing much better. That is good to know. Kelly, yep, I do. Because the thing that made me do it was so that my nails didn't look crummy all the time in videos. Because literally, I'm sure not everyone would notice that. But for me, when I would be like editing, the thing I would always notice was my fingernail polish chipped, or the horrible hangnails, or all of that. That's all I ever noticed, was how bad they looked. And that's just me. It's probably because I wasn't watching necessarily the card making. I was thinking, oh my goodness, why do your nails look so bad? How did you not notice that before you started filming? Okay, so there I used a darker color combination for the Noble Fur. That's going to be G24 and 28. And I'll show you. I just like a little bit of shading on them. I think it makes a big, big difference. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is just kind of like layer. And then we could even finish with a little bit more if we wanted to. And then the little, oh, I love that little pop of red. I am going to put a little glue here. Oh, I suppose it clogged. Oh, thank you, Donna. She says the card's looking fabulous. It is turning out pretty cute. I'm going to say I like it. I didn't prep one ahead of time, and so I just kind of was hoping. It's our craft and chat. Oh, the stencil mat is out of stock. Is it out of stock everywhere? Do you know? Did you check Waffle Flower? Sign up for notifications if not, because I know it will be back. Oh, let's go ahead and do this one too. And then we'll build our second little bow. And finish the top off, and then we're going to add some fun finishing things too. I just don't want to add any liquid product yet. Sometimes I get ahead of myself, and I'll do that when I'm doing an edited video, and then I put my hand in it. So we're not going to do that today. Oh, Kelly, thank you. Oh, Roxanne said she was watching my clouds and stars when she saw I was live. Yes, you're getting a double dose today. I have so much good stuff. I got some fun Mama Elephant cards coming Tuesday, Wednesday. I feel like it's Tuesday next week. So I'm excited about that. Obviously, Handmade Holiday is getting going as well. I'm excited about that. Super excited about that. I'm like I was saying earlier, I want to make all the tags right now. Okay, we're going to put our bow. I do probably need to add some shading to that bow center, but we're going to do that after we clamp it and it's dried. So I'm just going to do that. And then let's grab our second bow. Also, there's like littler bows too that come in this. I'm just not using those. and like some little berries and things. So you could even add some little red throughout if you wanted to. Oh, good. Barbara says the waffle flower mat will be back October 25th. That is not very long away. Thank goodness. I try to remember to post about that because it has been one of my very favorite things. That, the Pink Fresh Studio solid foil plate. Two of my very favorite things from the last few months, for sure. Just because they're really useful tools. Oh, thank you, Linda. She said she liked that video too, or those cards. Maybe I'll even show them here at the end. I really liked them. I always think they look a little different that when you can actually see them live rather than just the flat photo and video. I'll probably grab those here in a minute. I have some other tweezers. Let me see. So I love these reverse tweezers so much. The honeybee ones are angled, which I love, but these Spellbinders ones are also that reverse clamp. Sometimes you need lots of clamps. I almost feel like my dad out in the workshop. He always was. My dad would build stuff like woodworking and whatnot when I was younger. I don't think he does much anymore. He enjoys the retired life, golfing. We're going to go ahead and shade this while that glue is drying so we can build up our second garland. I just think it needs one on the top and bottom. What do you guys think? And I haven't checked the poll in a while. What's the consensus there? Linda says, sometimes I actually talk to myself when crafting. Oh, that looks good. Let's try this. LOL. Linda, so do I. And you guys are getting it in the real time. You're probably, sometimes I think I say things out loud and I'm like, I wonder if I said that out loud. Like when I'm editing a video, I can remove the what did you do that for? Or why did you think that was going to work? I think because so many of us probably craft alone, there's probably a lot of talking to ourselves. Which reminds me, so the talking to yourself. When I did those Anita Jerem cards, I said this in the edited video, I had to color that first mouse 3 times. I don't know what I was thinking. And I probably said that out loud. I probably said something worse out loud. I had to walk away for a whole day. I actually didn't come back to it until like the next day because I got so mad. I colored it and I die cut it, and I had skewed the tail a little bit. And so it didn't die cut correctly. And I'd already colored it and everything, so it die cut part of the coloring and it just looked terrible. So I went ahead and pitched it. I wasn't that upset about that. I went ahead and did it again. I thought I fixed it, but I didn't double check it, I guess. And yeah, I messed it up again. And at that point I got mad and I said so out loud and I had to walk away. I should have just moved on to one of the other mice, but I didn't. So there's that. So it happens. Yes. Okay. Somebody probably asked. Glue is Barely Art glue. I don't know if I linked it, but I will when I'm done. I did a really fast product list, and I generally, well, not generally, I always go back when I'm done and add things. If I don't, for whatever reason, and there's something, please let me know. Sometimes I forget. But I do have a whole list here of things I need to add when we're finished. Because sometimes I change my mind. Or C-clamps, Linda, yes. Oh, Myra says her husband is a golfer. Yes, my whole family is golfers. Really. And I don't know why I'm not. I kind of like it. I just don't really do it a lot. Maureen, that's exactly, that little emoji right there, that's exactly was me. I'd like to say it wasn't, but I was mad. I was real mad. It happens. Marie Frankie says her husband always takes her tweezers and clips for his photography props. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, I'm liking that. I might have to tack those down a little bit. We'll worry about that in a second. I'm just going to add, I did not get that as straight as I would have liked, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and glue this one together. Cassie says she talks to her fur babies when she crafts. Yeah, I do that too. He's always, the one is always with me. The other one likes his bed that's out in the living room, and he's old, he's 11, so he sleeps a lot. And that's where you can find him most of the time. But my 2-year-old, he follows me everywhere. My 2-year-old puppy, almost 2. He must be where I am at all times. We call him a stage 5 clinger because he just doesn't understand the concept of personal space, private time. All of those things elude him. He thinks that he should be with me always. Oh, you guys, I really like how that greenery dresses up that sentiment. What do you guys think? Nancy says she loves the felt bear ornaments that I did, and am I going to do any felt ornaments this year? Yes, I did one kind of early. I think it was a kind of Christmas in July thing. But yes, I will be doing more felt ornaments. I'm going to kind of revisit a few, I think. Myra says she's trying to get her flippy flappy to work. Yes. It does take a little bit of effort. I hope that's going to be glued enough. I'm going to put some foam adhesive here while we're looking at comments. I really need to get a new roll of foam strip, but we're just going to use all of the foam adhesive squares today. Oh, thank you guys. Yes, the Flippy Flappy is from Lawn Fawn is so much fun. And thank you guys. I do want to say, since I haven't been live since that card, thank you for your support of the edited, like when I went and fixed the thing I wasn't happy with, and I uploaded that edited video. Thank you guys for all of your support of that. I had so many lovely comments that you really liked seeing how I fixed that. Because it just, I wasn't even thinking about that tail on the cardinal at all. And that was in the way. But it ended up being, it's probably ended up being one of my favorite holiday cards I've done so far this year. I really, really like it. All right. We're going to just pop this up right in the center. I am going to tack these down a little bit now. I like them to have a little movement, but I think that they're going to stick up so much that won't go in an envelope very great. Stay put. All right, clamp time. This is why little tweezer clamps come in so handy. All right, while we're working on this, the Ink and Garden Spot is telling Carissa that she ordered most of the Ellen Hudson Halloween stuff after watching Carissa's videos. Yes, that stuff was so cute. This is some Nuvo Crystal Drops in Ruby Slippers. Yes, I loved the Ellen Hudson Halloween stuff. It was darling. So remember I said I wasn't going to color in those little dots. I am going to just take this. Oh, I completely forgot to color in those leaves. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, let's not get my hand. Luckily they're small. Let's try not to get my hand in the Nuvo Crystal Drops I just added. There we go. Okay. And then I do think, in addition, I'm going to add some to these little berries that are white to add some extra red. And I like this Ruby Slippers because it's glittery, but opaque red would be cute too. And I think I got everything I want to do. Let's see if that's stuck down now. So I can tack down the other side. Let's do this side as well. I'm going to grab a card base. Synovia, I hope I said that right. Will you have a video on the Pashta design felt ornaments? No, I won't. I don't have those dies and I did not get them. I was actually live when they went on sale. I was on live with you guys and they sold out so fast. Now I do have some ornaments die cut, Shari, and had those dies when she was here a few weeks ago. When we were at a retreat together and we all die cut ornaments. I have not sewn mine yet. Don't tell any of them. I think Letitia, Shari, and Lori have all sewn their ornaments and I haven't. They have to be done by November 1st. So don't tell them. But I'm not going to have a video on them. Let's see. Oh, Christine, thank you so much for joining us. Diamond painting, Luna. Oh, that sounds fun. So I'm just going to put my background here on my card base. Now, I will say, I don't know if I will do this or not. You can add in, so let's just say, like if you want to, you could add in some of these littler sprigs. Like I almost think that little light green on top would round that out pretty, don't you? I probably will. I may just do that off camera though. You can also take like the little berries and maybe even add some of those into that. I do think I might do that as well. What do you guys think? Thank you so much, Marie Frankie 1. I appreciate you being here. Maggie, is it Maggie Rue? Do you like the Bearly Art Glue? I do. Let's see. Thank you guys. So I'm going to leave it for now, but I'm going to tell you I'm going to finish this when we're done. I am going to add in some extra little greenery, and I do think I'm going to add some little red berries. I'm just going to let my Nuvo Crystal Drops dry so I don't smear this and ruin it while we're on camera, and you guys get to hear a real version of me being mad. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I think so too. Kimberly Nichol says yes. So I think it needs that extra little greenery and some berries in there. So I'm going to do that and then I will post the updated picture. This blog post will go up tomorrow morning. All right. Oh, little red heart berries, Kelly. Yeah, I didn't add a little heart. I may sneak a heart in there too. Thank you, Ron. Is it Ron's Thompson? Thank you. Yeah, Barbara Matthews says a little red heart too. And Elizabeth Peterson says her little Maltese is always on her, sitting in her lap right now. Yes. So Odin comes up to me when I'm working and he'll And then he just starts doing this to my arm or my leg, whatever, to let me know he must sit with me. Okay. Is there any questions I missed before I let you guys go today? Rebecca says, if that's a simple card, it's stunning and simple. I said simple for me. You know what, Luna? Any plans for planner videos on my other channel? Yeah, I know I took a huge break. I want to say probably not on that channel. I am thinking of incorporating them into this channel. So I will let you know for sure. Just because Peyton kind of left me. She she's working full-time. She took a position where she works full-time, and she's full-time student. So I totally understand, but I think I'm going to try to incorporate them into this channel, and I will let you guys know. It might not be, though, for a little bit. A heart on the bow would be cute. The Ink and Garden spot, that is exactly what I'm thinking, especially because I don't like the center of that one bow. So yes. Kelly, okay, so my daughter and I started a planning channel about 11 months ago, I think, and then we just kind of quit. So yes, I did have another one. Studio tour, Tina, is coming. I can't really discuss why that has been paused. I have to iron some things out, and I will let you know when that goes up. It has absolutely nothing to do with you guys or anything, and I do still have some editing to do for that, but it will go up at some point. I just don't know when it'll be. I'm hoping like that first week of November, 1st or 2nd. There's a ton coming the first week of November, so I will let you know for sure. I could scrapbook Odin. I probably could, yes. Oh, poll results. Thank you. Let me see. Oh, Distress Oxides won by 78%. Oh my goodness. Okay, I ended the poll. Thank you so much for reminding me to check that. Yes, Peyton has no time. Let's see. Oh, it says 77% with the complete poll. 183 votes. I love that. Thank you guys so much for voting. Hello, Amy from Hawaii. Okay. Last chance. If I missed any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. I will be here next week. I'm super excited. Got some more fun stuff planned for you. Handmade Holiday, at least the first, maybe the second video will be up by the time I see you guys live again. So stay tuned for that. I'm so excited to start sharing those. And I think that is it for today. Thank you guys. A huge thank you to my Replay Crafty crew. I appreciate you. I will be updating all of the links as soon as we're done here. So stay tuned for that if there was something specific you asked for. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.